Alright, so this is the first swarm catch of 2018. Not really sure if I've got a queen yet or not. You're going to see some videos inside this video. This was not my normal swarm catch. I don't know why this swarm catch had to be so hard. Make a long story short, me and Knox were, after he got up and ate breakfast, we were going to ride around and check my swarm traps and rebait them. It's been raining for a few days and I really haven't been checking them that much. So I checked all the swarm traps, everything looked good. But when I got to this one, I noticed bees going in and out of the hole for the swarm trap. So pulled around here, pulled the trap down, wanted to make sure there was actually bees in the swarm trap. Don't want to get all my stuff together to make a video just to find out that there's no bees in there. It'd be a waste of time. So I pulled it down. There's a cluster of bees in there, about 2 fists, and I thought, man, that's a small swarm. So pulled the frames out, checked them. I had nectar in the cells, which has told me real quick that they had been there for a little bit, if that many bees had been already produced some nectar. But there was no queen, so I thought, well, they must have got split up. That happens from time to time, especially if you put 2 swarm traps pretty close together. Swarm will move in to the area. Half the swarm will go in one box, half will go in the other. You'll think that you've got 2 swarms, only to come back in a couple days to find out you really only have 1 swarm, because the bees that went to the wrong box, they figured that out real quick, and they exit the box without the queen and move into the one with the queen. Which is one of the reasons I like to leave my boxes in the trees for 7 to 10 days, allow them to get established and check the laying pattern and all that. But like I say, this one had a cluster about the size of 2 fists, nectar in the cells. So I get to looking in the tree. I'm like, where in the world is this swarm? The other half's got to be here somewhere. Well, I found it when I was backing up on the 4-wheeler. They were on the ground. And as you'll come to see in these videos coming up, it appears that a swarm moved into the area and they got separated. Half the swarm, or a small piece of the swarm, went into the swarm trap, and the rest of the bees landed in a bush right here over my shoulder. And they've got comb, on the limbs, and they had been there so long. I don't know if they were there during these couple days of rain. Maybe they moved in the last week and then it's been raining and what have you, but they were in the bush. They had built comb on the bush. Well, evidently the little bush limb they were on broke, and so then it broke and the bees fell down on this barbed wire fence behind me. And you'll see in the video that they actually have got comb and wax on the barbed wire fence, and I don't know what happened there, but as I found them and I'm digging through them, you'll see that there's little pieces of comb inside the grass. So they moved into the bush and the limb broke, and they come down to the wire, and then they were in the grass, and that's how I found them. So I actually took the swarm trap down and I set it on the ground by the bees and messed with them for a little bit, tried to get them to go in the box, and they didn't want to go in the box. So I left, and then when I came back, there were bees on the face of the hive, and you'll see that. Second time I've had that happen, but I think I've got them all in the box now. I just saw that little cluster that was still on the ground, looked through it, didn't find the queen. I'm not going to disturb them. I'm just going to leave them like they are for a couple days. If I can get most of them in this box tonight, I will probably take this box and hang it back on the tree where it's supposed to be, and I'll leave them alone for probably 4 or 5 days, let them build some comb, let the queen to get to laying, and then I'll come back out and check them out, and we'll figure out what to do with them from there. I mean, I can let them grow into a full-size hive. I can make a bunch of splits with them. There's a lot of opportunities. The tulip poplar just started blooming last week, so there's still plenty of honey flow for them to get built up for sourwood. But not all plans go the way you expect. This is not how I anticipated my first swarm catch going, but hey, a swarm's a swarm, and hopefully you guys learn a little bit something from this this mess I went through. If you like building comb on the outside of the trap. All them little white specks. Just gotta really easily scoop them up with your hand. Groundhogs? Leaves and stuff, I think. Grass.
What a prairie dog.
I don't know.
What a prairie snake.
Wonder if the queen's down there. I hope so. I've been trying to get these jokers in this box all day. My guess is she's been without laying for so long, she's gonna be so small, it's gonna be hard to tell. She ain't gonna have that big fat butt like she normally does. See if I can get this lid flipped off here. Not in that handful. if you like our stuff, subscribe to us. I appreciate it. I've got some good videos on the works that are in the works, and just got to get them put together.